Page 20. This is called Tender Grieving. This etude. It's etude number 16 in the book. I don't speak the other language, so I'm just sticking with English for now. Common time or 4/4 time, 2 flats. We're in the key of G minor. And the idea here, well, there's a few technical things involved in this etude. Let's look at it. These 16th notes, this pattern, it's like a tremolo exercise. And keep real hand, no flying fingers on this. I'm just transferring weight from finger to finger. It's a very small motion. I'll exaggerate it for the camera. But that's really just transferring weight. Have to be even, nice and connected. Then in the measure 3 there, it's up here. It's the same pattern, just now with a C minor chord. And then in measure 5, the right hand gets to play it, although it's using 4th finger, not 5th finger. And then in measure 7, in the right hand, this arpeggio coming down. They're going, this book, the fingering in this book, and I've noticed different editions have slightly different fingerings, and some editions don't have hardly any fingerings at all. A lot of times with an etude, the fingering is part of the etude, but then the composer usually puts it in. So I'm not so convinced the fingering is part of the etude in some of these etudes. Like here, this edition shows a 5, 3, 2, 1, 4. And that's okay, you can do that, but this, that chord, the A7 chord, that's the fingering for it with 4 on the E, not 3. So I use the 4 on the E, and then just a 3, 2, 1. I don't need to come over with 4 because I can do a 3, 2, 1. You have to work out the fingering you want to use. Just play it legato and even. You can use 4 if you want, it works. Going on, after the second ending there in the middle of it, it's measure what? 10. Nice light wrist staccato here in both hands. There, and then so don't bring them both up at the same time is what I'm saying. I do a thumb on that E natural, the last note in that measure, so I'm in position, because they're saying, and I find this very awkward. I don't like that at all. So on measure 11, the end of it, I do a thumb on the E natural, so I can do a 2/4 on that. It's just, again, a nice light wrist staccato. So it's just take it slow. Lift up between these slurs. On that part, and then on measure 10, the second part, it's again wrist staccato. And again, you got slurs in the right hand. Then I'll measure 16. These slurs here, lift up in the left hand. Like so. But dynamic-wise, get to know the piece so you're comfortable enough with it so you can feel these dynamics. It's soft at the beginning. The melody's in the right hand. That's what we want to hear. So keep these 16th notes soft. some editions put a swell in those. Some don't do it and some do too. So to go to here, so it feels like it's flowing. The ba-dee-da here. And then on measure 7 and 8, look out here, because this sforzando, there are different interpretations for sforzando. It's not necessarily just a real loud accent. Sometimes you hesitate just a bit as you're playing it. You bring it out. It's like a tenuto on it, and you just give it. And then on measure 8, look at. You're slowing down a little bit, and then you're back to soft. On measure 3, at the end, you're here, they send 4th finger. You can stay right there and use 3rd finger. You don't have to use 4th finger if you don't want to. I mean, I don't see any point in moving there. Now, measure 9, the second ending. This is a quarter note. You're going to lift up because the slurs. And then as you play the F sharp, that comes up. And here, you're starting soft, crescendo. Da-da-da-da-da. Again. This is the loud part of it, and this is, keep these 16th notes down, and then in measure 16 you're coming back down to soft. Retardando at the end of this. It's just, you just get soft here. As far as the tempo, you got to take it your tempo. It's got to be accurate. It's got to be well controlled. I don't pay much attention to the metronome markings in these etude books. It's a personal thing. What can you if there's recordings of these available, and you'll hear people playing these at different speeds. So it's up to what. And I recommend a loose wrist on this. I'm kind of collapsing on the beat. Right there. So work it out and keep it loose. You got to stay relaxed. Don't get too tense and all. Play it musically. It might be an etude, but it's also a piece of music where you can play it musically too.